Okay, right. So this was a topic we did where we were focusing on a kind of um, a kind of budget where we just because of the volume. I remember using the NHS to explain a lot of what was going on here. I mean, it's a budget anyway, so we just kind of use a set amount at a particular day of meeting. So the argument here is this is the way, because I mean, please watch the video again in terms of the reading, but the principle here is this, that typically if you want to set budgets for, again, our year is the 1st of April to the 31st of March. We meet in November to sit down and we set the budget based on what's going on at that time. What do we know at that time? And that's what, say the 31st of November. And that's what we take the budget to be. So that type of budget is referred to as a fixed price method. Now we might have some expected information, some future information, some contingency information that we could know, but we don't apply it. We just leave it. That's the fixed price. But if we do apply it and say, listen, we know this is also going to happen, even though it's not happened at the date of our meeting, we if we want to apply it, we would be then including that, and that's referred to as the outturn basis. So it's almost as though fixed price plus expectations give us the outturn budget, so to speak. I mean, they're both budgets, but it's just that this one doesn't take those expectations into account. That's all. So the question here is that if we're setting the budget for the 1st of April 2018 to 31st of March 2019, we're meeting in November 2017. So the question we should be asking ourselves is, what do we know at November 2017? Well, we know that you had set these budgets at November 2016, and since then, when you had that meeting, you gave a pay award on the 1st of April 2017. So I will factor that in. I know that now. So I know that that inflation will carry forward. So I will have my teacher's budget. Remember, these are all incremental budgets, by the way. 60,000. So admin staff, 60,000 times 1.05, right? I know this is the budget I will set for using a fixed price method. And I also know that you've given admin staff teachers here 1.07, and here you're given admin staff 1.05. So I can tell you what my new budget is, my new fixed price budget is, as at that I will use if I'm using the fixed price method, because we will meet in November 2017, and these 31st of November, by the way, these two things would have happened. You can see here that this would not have happened yet. This is 2018. So I will not include it in a fixed price budget. So just doing these two first on their own. So I have here 240,000 times 1.07 gives me 256,800, and here 60,000 times 1.05, that's the admin, that's 63,000. So this becomes my new fixed budget going into 2018 and 2019. Just change my pen color. What I'm now saying is, well, actually, I also know that from the 1st of April, I will give a 3% pay rise to my admin staff. But this is what the new budget, if I wanted to use the outturn basis, I would then say, well, and this question is asking, well, what's that extra if I decided to use this one as opposed to this one? Well, it's just the extra 3% on this. So 3% extra on 63,000, first of all. So 3% extra, 0.03 times 63,000 is 1890. But also, I know that you're going to give another 4% somewhere here on the 1st of November. So this 4% that you're giving on the 1st of November will only last for November, December, January, February, March. It would only last for 5 months. So what I will do is I'll find 4% anyway of your increase to 5,6,800, but I only need 5 months of it, right? Because it's per annum, the 4%. But I only want I will only factor in 5 months of that times 5 divided by 12, which is 4280. Great. So this 4280 plus 1890 gives me 616170. And that's my answer, right? Adding these two together. So that's the extra bit. If I had gone the extra mile, the extra, like I said, the fixed price is kind of like my standard. And then I say, listen, what are the extra things that I know, I believe or expect to happen? So it's up to you. You might argue as a budget preparer that, listen, we know this has happened, so we're not going to start putting expectations in. They might change. But if you're sure that expectations can happen, you can prepare this anyway and keep on the side in the spreadsheet and just see what happens in the end. It'll just feed out in the end, won't it? Right, great. And then let's look at the next one. Um, Here we're given a formula, if you like, to find. So it's really that y is equal to um, a plus bx relationship, that linear relationship between total costs equals to fixed cost plus variable costs that we're still talking about. But this time they're giving us a formula. So we're not using the high-low method. They're telling us we actually have a formula to calculate this fixed cost, and that's the variable cost. There's formulas. So you're just literally following the formula. Be careful here. These are totals, and this is in thousands. So really, we should just put, it's important to get that right. So using the formula, they want me to find A, which is the fixed element, right? Because total cost is equal to fixed cost plus variable cost. So the fixed element, I literally plug my figures into the formula. A is equal to, remember, this is the sum of y, all of y, which was 5630, minus the given you B, minus 1.21, times the sum of x, which was 2550, divided by the total number of inputs, and you have 4 of them. Very easy to pick 5. Remember, the total isn't one of them. Divided by 4. And when you do all this, you should get 636. Cool. Great stuff.